Well, we're here at the Fish Bites Tackle Shop talking about new products. No, we're not even talking about new products. We're doing rigs and techniques.
We're talking about yellowtail.
We're too much talking over here.
But you know, I have caught yellowtails on Fish Bites. Just
there
so
you go.
know.
That's perfect. Well, Randy, because it's summertime, you know, it is the best time to go fishing for them. You said, is this your favorite time to go fishing for them?
Summer months are great when it's hot. Yellowtailing for big ones, it's when you want to go do it. In the Keys, it's all about chumming. You know, like Jimbo was saying, chum's important, and a lot of guys are using a 25-pound block of chum to get started. Mm-hmm. So the chumming process is important, and the oats. We use horse oats that we put in the water to enhance the yellowtails to get closer.
Right.
Because nowadays, the real challenge is getting those yellowtails close enough that when you hook one, it doesn't get eaten.
Right.
By a barracuda or a bull shark or something like that, or kingfish. This time of year, summer months, we get kingfish that show up on the reef eating the yellowtails.
Well, we were talking you were talking about not to use sand.
So anytime you put sand in your chum, you're sinking your chum. You want to bring the fish up from the bottom.
They're already down there.
Yeah, you don't want to get down to them because you're not going to be able to catch them because of the predators. You want to get those yellowtails up near the surface. So that's what you're really trying to do, is keep everything as close to the boat as you can. And as long as you have moving water, you know, that's one of the key ingredients. If your wind and current are going the same way, it's ideal because everything's behind the boat. If your current's going up the anchor rope, for example, it's kind of hard because everything's going up in front of the boat. Not a very good condition to yellowtail.
Well, how do you determine what's a good current?
Well, you'll know when you start chumming.
Right.
If your chum's going the wrong way, you know, this might not work.
Right.
But if you do have that current and the wind, you always look at your wind. Is it an east wind, southeast wind, what have you? So that's going to be a factor right there, because that's going to dictate some of the direction. Even if you don't have current, your chum is just going to sink, which that does work, but it's a slow process to get them going.
So when you throw your chum out, those oats especially, how long before they go away? I mean, like, you know, if you're in a heavy current and you throw those the oats out, they go swooshing away. They're not doing you much good.
Well, they are, because, you know, when you have current, they stay higher longer, right? So that ball of oats that you threw in the water, what happens when the yellowtails get in that ball, it turns yellow.
Right.
So that little ball of oats now is bright yellow with all the yellowtails in it, and you can see it from a distance. So it will last longer than, you know, a slower current where it's sinking out, but you got to have it moving one way or another. You can have too much current where you can't get down to the yellowtails because the current's so strong. So a moderate current is what you're looking for. Maybe it takes 30 seconds for that oats to disappear behind the boat.
That's what I was looking for.
And then do it again.
Right.
So that's a good condition. But if it's a strong current, it'll stay higher for longer.
Okay. So you not only with the oats, what kind of chum do you put out there?
I don't do anything else. I use a block of chum in the chum bag, a big hole chum bag.
Right.
Because you want
large holes.
Large holes. You want the product to go. You want a lot of chum in the water. And then the oats are really what kind of enhance that, because the chum is only the scent. The oats are really the magic to get these things going.
The draw.
I always tell people you can run out of chum, but you can't run out of oats.
Okay, so now you've got them all chummed up behind the boat. What's your process of trying to catch them?
So something like a 7-foot, 10 to 12 pound light action spinning rod. If you want to use a piece of fluorocarbon, you can. Nothing more than about 12-pound test works really well.
So this Penn Battle 5
this is a
here.
perfect setup
Penn Battle
right
4
here.
actually a 3,000 spinning reel.
So this would be ideal. And you want something that isn't stiff, something that, you know, is going to bend when you hook them, because you're not fishing heavy line.
The
like
Battle
I said,
2 rod.
12 pound at the most.
Right.
And then these jig heads are awesome. You want to use those in a 1/8 ounce, 3/16 would be your heaviest, a 32nd even. So depending on your current, yellow's my favorite color. I like the chartreuse. I'm not big on the white, but certainly the yellow or red. And then a fresh shrimp or a piece of ballyhoo cut on there. Just bury the hook inside of it so you don't see the hook, and you're good to go.
You told me something before we started about folding the ballyhoo.
So if I'm going to use a ballyhoo, for example, the sides of it, because a lot of times you have to scale to get the scales off to hook it on your hook.
Right.
So the skin of that is silver, it's white, it's bright. I don't like that, so I'll fold it in half and I'll put the the skin on the inside so that the meat is on the outside. It's a little bit darker. So most of the yellowtails in the Keys prefer something darker to bite than something white or a piece of skin on the hook. Bonita's a great bait.
Oh, well, there you go. There went 5 minutes really quickly in the Fish Bite Tackle Shop and Liars Club.
And hopefully
Trading
that
Post.
works out good.
Rigs and techniques.
Randy, we loved having you here. What did you say before the beginning of your report every time when you were on the show?
Hello, fish fans.
Oh, hey, fish fans.
Say it.
The band's back together.
All right.